Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Somebody is discussing about Marvel in the live chat. Okay, there's no issues. Okay, no issues at all. That's great, guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, how are you guys? How are you guys? Is everybody all right? Please let me know. Is everybody all right? Please let me know, guys. Hello, everyone. All good? Great, guys. Amazing, amazing. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. So let me know, guys. We are just waiting for everyone to join us. Then we'll start off with our boot camp. Okay. I hope that in the next 7 days, you guys are able to enjoy yourself throughout this learning experience itself, and you are able to grow a little bit more. You don't need to know anything about Python. You don't need to know anything about what is computer vision. You don't need to know anything about OpenCV. You just need to know who was Harry Potter. Okay, that is the only prerequisite for this boot camp, guys. The only prerequisite for this boot camp is that you should be able to understand who was Harry Potter. If you don't know that, then this boot camp is not for you. Okay, the only prerequisite is that you should be able to know who was Harry Potter, guys. Okay, that's it. If you know who was Harry Potter, that is more than sufficient, guys. More than sufficient. Yes, Sinchan, the boot camp for JavaScript and React JS is finished. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Somebody Albedo is saying Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, great. Yes, Samir, no issues. You can join the boot camp. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So that's great, guys. We are just waiting for everyone to join us, and then we'll start with our today's class, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay. So we'll be starting in the next 3 to 4 minutes itself. You don't have to worry about it. And I hope that everybody knows who is Harry Potter. Okay. That's great, guys. Okay. Okay, so guys, let me know how many of you guys are new to bootcamp via DevTown, guys. Okay, let us do a poll. Okay, let us do a poll before me introducing myself or introducing DevTown to you guys. Let us do a little bit of polling right over here. That how many of you guys have already like attended a bootcamp via DevTown, and how many of you guys have not attended a bootcamp via DevTown? What I will be doing is I will start a poll inside of the live chat itself. Let me create the poll for you guys. So have you attended a boot camp via DevTown before this? Question mark. Okay, and yes and no. Let us ask our community right over here, guys. So before starting the bootcamp, guys, we have attached a particular live polling for you guys. Okay, for how many of you guys have attended a bootcamp via DevTown, and how many of you guys are new to a bootcamp via DevTown, guys. So I'm able to see almost 600 people have already voted for that, and almost 400 people are new to this particular bootcamp. Guys, for those guys who are attending this boot camp, please do let me know in the live chat. I put up a polling, as you are able to see, that have you attended a boot camp via DevTown before coming to this particular boot camp or not, guys. Please do let us know in the live chat. On the basis of that, we will fix up things for you. Okay, and I will introduce myself. What are we going to do in this particular boot camp? How is everything going to happen? Okay, there are 1,367 people live with us. 1,100 people have already filled up the poll itself. Please do let me know, guys, in the live chat. I've already put up the poll. Try to make sure that you are able to fill up that poll as soon as possible, guys. As soon as possible. Okay. Okay, guys. So no issues. Let me start by first introducing myself. Okay. So my name is Sharasana, and I will be your instructor for the next few days, guys. Okay. So for the next 7 days, actually, but no issues. No, it is not recorded, Josh. Means yes, recording will also be provided to you, but you don't have to worry about it. So my name is Sharasana, and I'm one of the co-founders at DevTown. We have been taking a bootcamp such as this for the past 2.5 years. Okay, we have taken a bootcamp for almost 3 million students up till this particular point of time. Along with that, I have previously, so I started my journey as a data analyst at Reliance. I later on shifted to becoming a data scientist at Geo. Then I got a job at Google. I was the Explore ML lead at Google. I worked at Google for almost 14, 15 months itself. Then I quit my job at Google. I worked for various different startups as a machine learning engineer. Currently, I'm working at Fosnell as a full stack engineer itself. So that is a little bit about me, so that you guys are able to understand who I am and what is my background as well. I have taught a lot of students in these boot camps, and I hope that you guys will also be able to gain something out of this boot camp itself. Okay, now starting with this particular boot camp, let me give you guys a small introduction on what you are going to study and how you are going to study it. The only prerequisite, okay, the only knowledge that you need to have before starting this boot camp is you are able to understand my English. That's it. Okay, you are able to understand my English. That's it. Nothing else, guys. Okay, nothing else. You don't need to know anything else. If you are able to understand what I am speaking right now, okay, if you guys are able to understand what I'm speaking right now, that is more than sufficient, guys. Okay, that is more than sufficient. Everything else, okay, we will be learning from scratch, from the basics itself. We'll be starting out with Python. Okay, we'll be learning OpenCV as well. That is, we'll be learning about computer vision. Okay, we'll be looking at a tool called as OpenCV. We'll be learning that as well. And at the end, we'll be creating a project. Okay, as the name suggests, it will be the Harry Potter Invisibility Cloak. Okay, that will be an Harry Potter Invisibility Cloak, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. This is a small introduction about what you are going to study in the next 7 days. Okay, are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. Now, when it comes to this particular bootcamp, it's free of cost. We don't charge anything for the bootcamp, neither for the certificates. Okay, the certificates are also free of cost. The only thing that we want from you guys is your support. That's it. If you are here, learn as much as possible. Okay, ask questions. I will try to answer most of them. Okay, depending on how much time that I get. But learn as much as possible, guys. You don't need to know anything. You don't even need to know what is Python or what is a programming language itself. We will be teaching you everything from the basics to a level where you are able to make a project on your own. Okay, we'll be doing everything. The project as well we'll be doing in the class itself, so you don't have to worry about it. At the end, you will be able to add your project to your resumes as well. Okay, you will be able to add your projects to your resumes as well, so you don't have to worry about anything. Now, when it comes to the certificates itself, okay, there are 3 certificates that you'll be getting after the completion of this boot camp. Okay, and there is just one requirement for getting the certificates. You have to attend every single session live. If you are not attending the sessions live, you will not be able to get the certificates. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, you have to attend the sessions live. If you are not attending the session live itself, you will not be able to get the certificates. That's the only prerequisite for this, for getting the certificates. If you are not attending the sessions live, you are not going to get the certificates as well. Okay, now when it comes to the certificates, let us look at the certificates as well. So most of the students from our previous boot camps, usually when they get the certificates, they post it up on LinkedIn itself. So I'll be just showing you guys a particular student who has posted all the certificates on LinkedIn. Okay, so this is Kalpik Sharma. It's a she. She has posted all the certificates on LinkedIn itself, as you are able to see right over here. So the first certificate that you are able to see is via DevTown itself. Okay, this will be the DevTown certificate that you will be receiving on your email IDs after the end of this particular bootcamp, 7 days bootcamp. Okay, along with that, for this bootcamp, we have partnered up with Google and Microsoft. Okay, we have partnered up with Google and Microsoft itself. So that is what we will be doing. So right over here, you are having the Google Developer Students Club certificate that you'll be receiving directly from Google, as well as you will be receiving a Microsoft certificate that will be coming to you guys via Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador Program. And this is the certificate for that. These are the 3 certificates that you will be receiving at the end of the entire bootcamp, guys. And to receive the certificates, you have to be live in the class. Now, how will I check whether you are live in the class or not? For that, every single day, I will be taking 2 attendances. Today is the first day, so I will be taking just 1 attendance today. But from tomorrow, I will be taking up 2 attendances in the class. One at the start of the class, one in the middle of the class somewhere. Okay, that is how I will be taking up your attendance. Now, how will I be taking up your, when I will be taking up your attendance? Now, how will I be taking up your attendance? That you will be knowing at the end of today's class, guys. Okay, that you will be getting at the end of today's class, not right now. Okay, how will I be taking up the attendance? I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class, not right now, guys. So please focus upon what we are here to learn. Okay, you will get to know everything if you are attending the sessions live. If you're not attending the sessions live, then please not come to me at a later point of time saying that I didn't get my certificates. Okay, I will not be able to help you guys out with that. What I can help you out with is imparting the knowledge, helping you guys as much as possible. Okay, okay, guys. So every single day the classes will be from 60 to 90 minutes long. Okay, today is the first day, so we'll be having 60 minutes of classes today. From tomorrow onwards, there will be 90 minutes of classes every single day. Rishikesh, if you were there, Rishikesh and V, if you were there in yesterday's class, you would know that the React bootcamp is over. Okay, the React bootcamp is over itself. We have completed the React bootcamp yesterday. We have done the project as well. I've given you guys the information about when the certificates will be given to you guys. So let's get ready, guys, for today's class. Okay, so shall we start with our today's class? And please, guys, as if it's possible, there'll be a lot of people in the live chat who will be asking the same questions again and again, which I have already answered it once again as well. So please help them out as much as possible. Okay, so help them out with their questions if it's possible. I will also try to make sure that I'm able to answer as much questions as possible. Okay, so if it's possible for you guys, do help them out. Okay, will that be fine with you guys? Please let me know. Will that be fine with you guys? Please let me know, guys. Amazing, guys. Thank you so much for your help. Let's get started right away, guys. So we'll start by asking the most important question. What are we here to learn? Okay, so we will be starting out with a programming language that is called as Python. Now, why is Python such a famous programming language, guys? Okay, now related to attendance, I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class, not right now. Okay, there will be 2 attendances every single day from tomorrow onwards to check up whether you are live in the class or not. Today it will be just 1 attendance so that you guys are able to understand how the attendance will be taken up. I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class, not right now. Right now, please focus upon the learning aspect that we are here for. Okay, and that is more than sufficient, guys. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So like I said, Python is a very important language. You must have heard about this programming language called as Python a lot. Okay, it is second most in demand, the second most highest salaried language in the entire country, in the entire world actually. At the first number, it is JavaScript, the most used, the most in demand, the most highly paid language in the entire world. At the first number, it is JavaScript, guys. Okay, at the second number, it is Python. But why is Python so much famous? Okay, why is Python so much famous, guys? So Python is famous due to its versatility. Okay, it can be used for anything. It can be used for machine learning, AI, data science, web development. It can be used for blockchain. It can be used for fintech. It can be used for cyber security. It can be used for any particular type of thing that you want to develop. You want to develop an app, you want to develop a website, you want to develop a machine learning algorithm that is able to predict some stock prices, or like is able to predict whether you're going to marry somebody or not based on your kundli or some shit. Okay, it can do that. Okay, so for that particular reason, first of all, it's the versatility that is there for Python. Okay, and the second particular reason is the ease of learning. Okay, it's extremely easy for anybody to learn Python at the end of the day. It is such an easy language to learn, guys. Okay, that is the majority of the reason why Python is so famous. Okay, why Python is so famous? Because anybody can learn Python. It is as easy as that. If you look at a Python code, you will feel as if somebody has shitty English and has written some shitty, grammatically very incorrect lines of English language sentences. It is as simple as that. Python is very easy for you guys to learn. Okay, that is the reason why it is very famous as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand why Python is so famous? Okay. Now, in this particular bootcamp, we are going to learn about computer vision. Okay, we are going to learn about computer vision, and the language that we are going to use is Python for that. Of course, we'll be first learning Python, and then we'll be moving towards computer vision. We will be talking in a lot of depth about what is computer vision, but just to give you guys some idea. So any computer that you are able to see around you needs to perceive the environment around it as well. Okay, for example, a Tesla, okay, a Tesla or an automatic car itself They use cameras all across its body to perceive the environment that is there around it so that it is able to drive automatically itself. Let's take up another example. Your Google Lens that you are using right now, it is able to identify objects and search about those objects on the internet. Okay, so how is that happening? Because your computer, that is your mobile phone, is being given the ability to perceive the environment around it through a camera and interpret it in such a way that it is able to explore it on the internet. So that is also an additional feature of computer vision, giving a computer some vision so that it is able to interpret data and gain knowledge from that. Okay, and that is the topic that we want to learn right now. Okay, and for that we are going to use the programming language of Python. Are you guys able to understand up till here whatever we have said? Please do let me know. I'm not registered for this bootcamp. Am I able to attend and remarkable for attend? Yes, Alman Khan, you can attend this session. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything, guys. We will be learning everything from the basics in today's class. Okay, so now that you guys have some idea about what is Python and what is your like the program that you're going to learn, computer vision, the technology that you're going to learn. Now, one more thing, guys, that I want to add it up on it. Okay, so Python was basically developed by a particular person called as Guido van Rossum. Okay, Guido van Rossum was a particular person who used to work for Microsoft, then for Google, Dropbox, many other startups as well. Okay, he had a particular belief that anybody can code. Okay, that was his belief. At that point of time when Python was not invented, only scholars and mathematicians were the only people who could understand how to code itself. Coding was very difficult. Understanding a programming language was very difficult, guys. Okay, so for that particular reason itself, Guido van Rossum created the Python programming language. So even if you are afraid, okay, of learning programming, or you feel that programming is very tough, you don't have to worry. The person who created it with a mindset that anybody, okay, anybody from all across the globe can learn programming at the end. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. It will be very easy. Now what we are going to do, okay, what we are going to do right now is that we are going to start with the programming as soon as possible, guys. Okay, we are going to start with programming from the very first day. We are going to be hands on. Okay, theory is done up till now. Now we are going to be shifted to hands on itself. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So now I am able to understand that many of you guys might not be having a laptop. Okay, many of you guys might not be having a laptop itself. So I have made sure that whatever we are programming, whatever we are learning practically, you guys will be able to do it from any device that has internet over it. Any device that can open up, okay, that can open up a browser, okay, can open up any website on it. You can use that. Okay, you can use a mobile phone, a smartphone, a tablet, a smart TV, a Chromebook, an iPad, anything that can open up an internet itself. That's it. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. I've taken care of it. Now what I'm going to do right now is, please guys, understand one thing. I will be providing you guys with notes as well for this particular bootcamp. Okay, I will be providing you guys with notes as well for this particular bootcamp. You don't have to worry about that. What I want from your end is, do not code along with me. That is the main saying that I would like to let you know right now itself. Please do not code along with me, guys. Okay, there's a reason behind it. So if you're coding along with me, then you're not listening to me carefully. And if you're not listening to me carefully, then in that case, you will be missing most of the stuff that I'm saying. Okay, you will not be able to understand concepts properly because you're missing on what I'm teaching right over here. So please do not code along with me. Wait till the end of the bootcamp. At the end of the bootcamp, if you're going on our channel, okay, if you go to our channel itself, let me show it to you guys right over here, your channel. Okay, you can go into this section called as live. Okay, there is home, videos, shorts, and then live right over here. You can just click on this live and you will be able to see all our previous, okay, all our previous videos right over here. So it's available to you guys. Okay, it's available to you guys. You can visit the videos at any particular point of time. Okay, so please do not code along with me. Okay, listen to me very carefully. I will be providing you guys with notes as well. Okay, revise those notes when you're coming to the next particular class. That is more than sufficient for this bootcamp. Okay, is more than sufficient for this particular bootcamp, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to provide you guys with the notes actually. Let me just open it up. So this is the notes that I've created for you guys, that you guys I will be providing you to you guys in a few minutes as well. As you're able to see, these are the notes that are there. I've made sure that the notes are made in such a way that you are able to read it through it properly. There are good examples, some practice questions as well for you guys. So it is a good quality note that I've created, and we'll be using this notes to learn as well, so that you can revise at any particular point of time itself. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Let me just copy paste this for you guys in the description of the video itself. Give me a second. Let me put it up right over here. Notes NOTS V space save. So now I think so it should be updated right over here. And I can just take it up to a new particular page itself. So this is the video that you guys are currently watching. Okay, this is the video that you guys are currently watching, as you are able to see right over here. You can go to the description of the video. There you will be able to find a link called as notes. In the description of the video, as you are able to see, you'll be able to find a link called as notes there, guys. Okay, you can just click on this particular link and it will open up the notes for you. Okay, you can click on this particular link and will open up the notes for you. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. You are, as you are able to see, the notes is already there. You will have to reload your page so that you are able to see the notes. Okay, if you're not able to see it, you will have to reload your page to be able to see the notes, guys. Okay, if you are not able to see it, you have to refresh your page to be able to see the notes. As simple as that. If you don't know how YouTube works, you will have to refresh your page to be able to see the notes, guys. As simple as that. Okay, so the notes for the day one has been provided to you guys. Okay, now that the notes have been provided, let us try to start our coding. Let's try to be hands-on from the very first day. What I want you guys to do is, you guys want to search for COLAB, Colab, okay, on Google. COLAB, Colab. As you're able to see, I've searched for COLAB, Colab on Google. Okay, the first particular link that you are able to see right over here, colab.research.google.com. Okay, that is the link that you are able to see. Please do not code along with me. Do not do what I'm doing right now. Okay, just see this properly. Listen to me carefully. That is everything that you have to do. Okay, so as you're able to see, you just have to click on Google Colab. Once you click on that, it will show you a lot of options: examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, upload. Okay, these are the options that you are able to see right over here. I want you guys to click on the option of GitHub. Okay, I want you guys to click on the option of GitHub, guys. Now, once you're opening up the notes itself, this is the page that will open up. Okay, this is the page that will open up, guys. Inside of this, I want you guys to copy the URL of this website. Okay, the notes website, I want you guys to copy the URL of the website, guys. The one at the top bar itself. I want you guys to copy that. Okay, I want you guys to copy that, and I want you guys to paste the URL right over here. Okay, paste the URL right over here, guys. That's it. That's it. That is all that you have to do. Okay, once you are able to paste the URL right over here, I want you guys to just click on search. Okay, I want you guys to click on search, guys. Okay, as soon as you click on search, it will open up your notebook inside of Google Colab. Okay, it will open up your notebook inside of Google Colab, guys. Now let us try to understand what is Google Colab. Now what happens is, whenever you are working with computer vision or AI or machine learning or deep learning, these are very graphic intensive tools. Okay, that means that they use your GPUs of your computer as well as CPUs of your computer very, like, at all the times. Okay, it overuses that at every single time itself. So if you are doing it on your own personal laptop as well, you are just wasting the lifespan of your CPUs and GPUs. You don't want to do that, right? I've already lost 2 laptops up till now. I lost my MacBook Pro, okay, 2016 version, and I have lost an HP Pavilion X360 with an i7 9th gen processor. Okay, how did I lose that? Now, whenever you're working with computer vision or in machine learning or in AI or in deep learning, your computer needs to run continuously for 24 hours for 2 to 3 days sometimes. Okay, 24 hours continuous. Your computer is continuously processing the code that you have written for 2 to 3 days continuously. Okay, in that particular case, sometimes what happens is your motherboard can get burnt. Okay, your motherboard can get burnt at any particular point of time. I've already lost 2 laptops and I don't want you guys to lose it. And the second particular point is, not everybody has a laptop. Not everybody has a good laptop to use as well. So what Google did was, Google wanted everybody in the entire world to be able to use and to be able to learn machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, Python at all times. So what it did was they created Google Colab. Now think about it. Google has a lot of servers. Okay, what are servers? Servers are just computers without a screen. Okay, think about it. Servers is nothing else but computers without a screen. They have CPUs, they have GPUs, they have RAMs, they have storage, everything just like a normal computer, but it does not has any screen to it. Now Google has such type of computers, thousands and thousands, okay, millions of computers throughout the entire planet that are owned by Google itself. But not all of these computers are being used at all times. So what Google did was, any device, even if you are having a mobile phone, it can open up a website. It can open up a website on a browser itself. Now your website is just utilizing the RAM, CPU, and GPU of your computer like a normal website. Okay, a normal website itself. It is just taking up as much application memory or your RAM or a GPU or a CPU as a normal browser, as a Chrome browser will take up. Okay, whatever code that you're writing inside of Colab, okay, whatever code that you're writing inside of the Colab, okay, that code is being sent to a server, a computer that is owned by Google. Okay, that code is sent to a server that is a computer via Google itself, where your code is running, and the answer of what your code ran, okay, and the answer that came from there is being sent back to you, and that is what you are able to see on your screen. So you're not using your laptop's resources at any particular point of time, and it is for free. Okay, so you are able to save your computer as well as work free of cost, okay, using CPUs and GPUs that are top of the line. Okay, these people have the 11th gen, 12th gen Intel processors, the 9th generation of Ryzen processors, a Tesla GPU that costs worth rupees 6 lakhs per GPU itself. They provide you guys with almost 13 gigs of RAM, okay, 100 gigs of storage, fastest storage itself. So you guys are able to get the access to the best quality machine without even paying anything from your mobile phone. Okay, so that is the best part about Google Colab, and we are going to use Google Colab for the entire boot camp, for the entire 7 days itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand everything up till here? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here, guys? Please do let me know. Great, guys. Awesome. So to connect your particular notebook to the server at Google, you have to click on this particular connect button. Are you guys able to see this connect button right over here? Please let me know. Okay. Just click on this particular connect button itself. It will allocate you some resources. It will connect you to those resources. It will initialize those resources for you. And then once that is done, you will be connected to the server at Google. Okay. Once it shows as connected, okay, then we can start with our coding as well. Okay. Then we can start with the coding as well. Okay, great. So now it is showing us connected, as you're able to see. Okay, we are getting some resources as well. Let's look at that. If I hover over it, you are able to see that we have got some 12.68 gigs of RAM and 107.72 gigs of storage as well. Okay, that is all that we need right now. Now we can start off with our code. Now, as an Indian, so I'm an Indian. Indian people have a particular tradition that is there. Okay, we find ourselves that whenever we start a new thing, okay, whenever we start a new thing, we have some curd and sugar before doing that. Okay, we find it to be very auspicious. Okay, we find it to be very auspicious, guys. Similar to that, okay, whenever a programmer starts to learn a new programming language, okay, whenever a programmer starts to learn a new programming language, he will print hello world in that particular language before moving further. Okay, that is something that is always there. Okay, it is always there, guys. That is a default with our programming community itself. So what we're going to do is we are going to write our first line of code inside of Python that is going to print hello world to our screen. Now, I said to you guys that most of the time, your program in Python is going to look as if somebody has a very shitty quality English itself and he has tried to write something in English. Okay, so that is what will happen. Just look at this particular line of code that prints hello world for you. Okay, so you just write print. Okay, you tell Python what to do. Okay, what do I want Python to do? I want Python to print something out to my screen. So I'll write print, and what do I want it to print, guys? I want it to print hello world. Okay, that is what I wanted to print. Okay, that's it. I will just press Now to run this particular line of code, once I've written this particular line of code itself, I want to run this particular line of code. So for that particular reason, there are two ways of doing that. Either you can click on this particular play button to the left hand side. Okay, you can click on this particular play button on the left hand side itself, or you can press control enter. You can press control enter, guys. Both of the ways you can do it. Okay, right now let us play, just press this particular play button. So as you're able to see, run anyway. So you are getting hello world printed out on your screen. Okay, we are getting hello world printed out on your screen, guys. Now some of you guys are not able to see the screen clearly. I'm able to understand that some of you are using YouTube for the very first time in your life and you were living under a rock before this. No issues in that. I will still help you guys out. So what you need to do is, there will be a gear like icon on the top right corner of your video. You can just click on that. Okay, increase the quality of the video to 720p or 1080p. You will be able to see everything crystal clear. If you're still not able to see things clearly, I think so there's some dirt that is there on your screen. Just rub it across your t-shirt or some cotton cloth. It will be removed. Then you will be able to see your screen clearly. Or just take a look at your specs itself. Okay, so that is how you will be able to see everything very clearly, guys. Okay, so I hope so those who are using YouTube for the very first time, you guys are now able to understand how to do it. Okay, so now that we have printed hello world right over here, as you're able to see, it looks very simple, right? It looks like a normal English. Somebody has written something in English language itself. It's saying Python to print something. Okay, does it want to print? Hello world. That's it. Okay, that's it, guys. As simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. So the same thing, let us try to understand the Python function in print function in Python, guys. Now, these are some lines of code that I am having right over here. Let's assume 2 plus 7. Okay, let's assume 2 plus 7, guys. So I'm running this particular line of code. You are able to see that I'm getting 9 on my screen. Okay, I'm getting 9 on my screen. Now I want to get the answer of 2 multiplied by 7 as well. Okay, I want to get the answer of 2 multiplied by 7 as well. But when I'm running this, I'm only getting 14 on my screen. I'm not getting 9. Okay, why is that the case? Why is this happening? What is happening right over here is Python first reaches the first line of code. It sees, okay, there is 2, there is 9. Let us add them up. Now I'm getting 2 plus 7, that is 9 in my hands. Now what to do with this? There's another line of code? No, this is the last line of code. I have 9 in my hands. So I'll just keep it in front of you that, okay, here is your 9. Okay, this is what I have in my hands at the end. Now, if I'm having 2 lines of code, guys, okay, 2 multiplied by 7. Okay, there are 2 multiplied by 7 as well. Now again, Python will first come to the first line of code. It will see, okay, 2 plus 7, 9. Okay, I have 9 in my hands. What to do next? Okay, next I'm having 2 multiplied by 7. Okay, so what to do with this particular line? I will just throw it off. Okay, I'll just throw it off. Then I will have, okay, minus again, 2 multiplied by 7, multiplied them together. I have 14 in my hands. Any other lines of code? No. So I'll just keep 14 in front of you. I'm getting 14 on your screen. Okay, so now the major problem that is there is I want 9 to be printed on my screen as well. So instead of Python being throwing it away, okay, to execute the next line of code, I have to tell explicitly to Python that, okay, run, okay, print 9 as well. I have to explicitly tell Python that, okay, dude, do not throw this away. Whatever output that you're getting after 2 plus 7, I want you to print it on your screen. Okay, I want you to print it on my screen itself. You have to put this into parentheses and tell Python to print it out. You have to tell Python to print it out itself. As simple as it. Okay, as simple as it. When I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to get 9 as well as 14 on your screen. But what happens right over here is this is a wrong way of programming. Okay, this is the wrong way of programming. Although yes, you are able to get 14 on your screen right over here, but for example, if you want to add new lines of code, okay, then that 14 will be gone. Okay, that if you want to add any new lines of code after 2 into 7 itself, that 14 will be gone completely. We don't want that to happen, right, guys? Do you want that to happen? Please do let me know. You want that to happen, guys? Please do let me know. Right, we don't want that to happen, so we have to explicitly tell Python every single time whenever we want to whenever we want to print something up to your screen, you have to explicitly tell Python that. Okay, so you have to just put parenthesis and write print right over here, and it will print both 7, 9 and 14 on your screen all the time. Okay, even if you are adding new code as well, it will still print 9 and 7 14 to your screen, so you don't have to worry about anything, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Next thing that we are going to do right now is this is the exact same thing. Print hello world. We have already done that. The next particular concept that we need to learn about is variables, guys. Okay. Now, variables is a very important concept in every single programming language. Okay, whether you're learning C, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, Go. Okay, you want to learn some other programming language as well. In every single programming language, variable is a topic that will exist. Okay, in Python as well, it is a very important concept. We'll first start by learning what is a variable and why is it important to learn. Okay, and why is it important to learn itself. So let us get started with that. Let us go to our print statement itself, paint. Let's try to understand this, guys. Let us try to understand this. Okay, let me just attach this to my computer. You have to follow the exact same steps if you want to open up Colab in mobile as well. There's no difference to it. Okay, the exact same steps have to be followed. Okay, now I've got my pen as well. So let's get started with this, guys. It's as simple. So let's assume that you are a programmer. Okay, let's assume that you are a programmer, guys. Okay, this is you right over here. We will be making you wear some glasses. Okay, classic programmer. You don't smile because you are a programmer itself, and you have some hair on top of your head. Okay, so this is you. Okay, this is you right over here. And you have recently shifted to Bangalore, guys. You have got a job. You have recently shifted to Bangalore as a software engineer. And let's assume that your salary, okay, your salary is 1 lakh rupees. Hey, it's 1 lakh rupees, guys. The salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, let's assume that for right now. Okay, the next particular thing that is there is that you are looking forward for a house at rent. Okay, you want to live in a rent itself. Okay, you're looking at a house itself. Let us assume that you found a rent. Okay, you have found a house, and the rent for that particular house is let's assume 15,000 rupees. Okay, the rent of your house is 15,000 rupees. Now you must have heard that the traffic in Bangalore is very shitty. Okay, the traffic in Bangalore is very shitty at any particular point of time. So you want to make sure that you are able to commute from one place to other easily. So you thought that okay, I will take up some like bike itself, and I will pay it off on EMI. Okay, I will pay it off on EMI itself. So let's assume that you are taking up an EMI for a bike. Okay, and the EMI for the bike is also 15,000 rupees. Okay, the EMI on the bike is also 15,000 rupees itself. Okay, the next particular thing that you want to do is, as a programmer, you want to go to gym. Okay, you are single, you want to make sure that you are having a good physique itself, and you want to go to the gym for that. So you go to the gym, and a gym membership fees per month is 5,000 rupees. Okay, you're spending 5,000 rupees just to make sure that you are able to get a guy or a girl. Okay, depending upon whatever your taste is. So let's assume that this is the net like expenses that you are having right now. Okay, so the next particular thing is tax. You cannot be saved from it. Okay, you have to pay taxes as well on that. So the rate of tax right now is, let's assume, 30%. Okay, the rate of tax right now is 30%, guys. Okay, that is the rate of tax, guys, right now. Okay, so that is the entire expenses that you are having. Now every single day, you don't want to, every single month you don't want to sit and calculate what are your savings, what are your expenses. Okay, you don't want to pay your rent every single month yourself. Okay, you don't want to pay your EMI yourself itself. You don't want to pay your gym membership yourself every single month. You don't want to pay your taxes for. So you are a programmer, you want to create a program that is able to do all these things for you. Okay, the program that is able to do all these things for you guys. So what you do is you start writing a program. Okay, a very simple program itself. Okay, you start by calculating your savings. Okay, let's calculate your expenses first. Okay, so the expenses, what are your expenses, guys? Okay, it will be 15,000 rupees for your rent. That is your first expense. Okay, then you are having 15,000 rupees for your EMI as well. That is your second expense, right? Then your third expense is your gym membership fees. That is also an expense right over here. Okay. And then the last expense that you're having is your taxes. Okay. So taxes is basically 0.3. That is the rate that you're having the taxes on. 0.3 right over here. Multiplied by, you are having your salary as 1 lakh rupees. So 1 lakh rupees minus you are having your rent and EMI. So that is tax deductible. Okay, that is tax deductible, guys. So you can remove 15,000 minus 15,000. That is your salary. Sorry, your rent and your EMI. That is tax deductible. You don't have to include it in paying the taxes. Okay. So you have excluded that, and that is the total expenses that you're having. Okay, that is the total expenses that you're having, guys. Now to calculate tax, we can use the exact same equation. Okay, we don't have to write it again. So you can use the exact same equation for like getting your taxes as well. So this is how you are able to calculate your taxes. You want to calculate your savings. Okay, you want to calculate your savings. So that will be 1 lakh rupees minus your expenses, right, guys? You want to calculate your savings, right? That will be 1 lakh rupees. That is your salary minus your expenses. So we'll just take this off from right over here and we will subtract it from your salary itself. Control C, Control V. Okay, we'll paste it right over here. Paste this right over here and we'll put some brackets, negative, and we'll put some brackets right over here as well. So that is your savings that you are able to save. Okay, so all this code, okay, all this code you have to write right over here. Am I right or wrong, guys? Up till now, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Up till now, I have not written anything that is very difficult to understand. It's basic maths. Okay, and nothing else. It's basic maths, guys, and nothing else. The guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Basic maths, nothing else, guys. Okay. So now what is happening is that you have written these lines of code itself. Let's assume that you have written like this. You have written in total 10,000 lines of code. Okay, you have written 10,000 lines of code like this. Okay, various different stuff that you have calculated right over there. You have written 10,000 lines of code like this. Now what happens is that your landlady, okay, she's not a good person. The landlady is not a good person. She is your landlady. Okay, your landlady right over here. Let us make her wear some wig. Okay, and right over here. She's a big meanie. Okay, she's a big meanie. She doesn't like people. Okay, so this is your landlady right over here. Okay. Now the issue that is there is that the landlady comes to know that you are a software engineer in Bangalore. She gets to know that you are having a salary of 1 lakh rupees. You have shifted, okay, you have made yourself comfortable. The society is great. Now she comes and tells you that now from now onwards the rent is not 15,000, the rent is 20,000 rupees. You have to pay 20,000 rupees from the next month. You're like, dude, if I'm shifting to some new place, the rent in Bangalore has gone up. I will have to pay more. The society is also good. I have to pay for relocation as well. I don't want to move. Okay, it's fine. I will update the rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. There's no issue. I will pay 20,000 rupees for this particular flat itself. But it's a big problem. You had written some 10,000 lines of code right over here. Okay, with rent as 15,000 rupees. Okay, you have written 10,000 lines of code in this file. Let's assume that this is a file, guys. This is a file of 10,000 lines of code. You have written everywhere that 15,000 is your rent. Now you need to update it to 20,000. What can you do? Can you guys give me a suggestion? What can you do right over here to update your rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees? Could you guys give me a suggestion, guys? Please do let me know. Can you guys give me a suggestion? In this particular file, if you want to change rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees, what would you do? Okay, the best particular solution that you can come up with is find and replace. Okay, find and replace all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Find and replace all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. You can do a Control F and Control R to find and replace all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Find and replace all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Can you guys let me know what is the problem with doing that? Think about it. What is the problem of finding and replacing all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees? What is the problem with that, guys? That's right, Gaurav. It will also change the EMI. Okay, your EMI and your rent both are 15,000 rupees itself. If you are trying to find and replace all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees, your EMI will also get updated to 20,000 rupees itself. So you cannot do a find and replace. So the second best solution is you'll go line by line. Okay, you will come to the first line of code. Okay, you'll come to the first line of code itself. You'll find 15,000 rupees right over here. You will check whether it is for rent or for EMI. If it is for rent, you will update it to 20,000 rupees. Then you will move to the next particular 15,000. If it, you will again check if that 15,000 is for rent or EMI. If it is for rent, you will be updating it. So as you're able to see, going through 10,000 lines of code, finding every single 15,000 rupees and trying to figure out whether to increase it or to decrease it is a hell lot of time consumption that is happening right over here. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? You'll be wasting a lot of time right over here, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. There will be a lot of time waste that will be happening right over here, right, guys? So what you can do is you can assign a nickname to these values. Okay, just like in real life, when you don't want to remember the entire name of a particular person, it's very long. You assign a nickname to that particular person itself. Similar to that, right over here as well, we'll assign a nickname to this entire values that we are having. Let's assume that we are assigning a nickname of salary SAL to 1 lakh rupees. We are assigning a nickname of rent to 15,000 rupees. We are assigning a nickname of EMI to 15,000 rupees. We are assigning a nickname of gym to 5,000 rupees, and we are assigning a 0.3. We are putting it up as rate. Okay, 0.3. We are putting it up as rate itself. So we can rewrite this entire lines of code. We can rewrite this entire lines of code again. For example, tax. Again, a new nickname I'm creating. Okay, tax. Again, a new nickname that I'm creating. Tax is equals to rate multiplied by salary minus rent minus EMI. I can write it out as this. Okay, the exact same sentence. I can create it as, I can name it as tax, and then tax is equal to, so I'm assigning a new nickname. Okay, I'm assigning a new nickname right over here, guys. That is the rate multiplied by salary minus rent minus EMI is called as, now called as tax itself. Similar to that, I can rewrite the upper line as well. Okay, I can rewrite this particular line as rent plus EMI plus gym plus tax, because I've called this entire thing as tax itself. I've called this entire thing as tax. Okay, we can call this as expense. EXP, expense is equals to rent plus EMI plus gym plus tax itself. Similar to that, this entire thing SAVE, save, okay, is equals to a salary minus EXP, expense. Okay, because we have nicknamed the entire thing as expense itself, we can write it as this. Now the entire code, instead of having these numbers, we can remove these numbers in its entirety itself. We are just having these text that is there. We're just having this text that is there, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. We have given a nickname to all the values that were there. We have given a nickname to all the values that were there. Now, if the landlady comes in, okay, if the landlady comes in and tells us that, okay, I'm increasing your rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees, you don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. You don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. What you have to do is you have to go to these 5 lines of code itself. Just go to these 5 lines of code, update the rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. Now, whenever the rent nickname called as rent is used, everywhere now rent will refer to 20,000 rupees, guys. Everywhere rent will now refer to as 20,000 rupees. So you are able to update rent throughout the entire 10,000 lines of code, just by changing these 5 lines of code itself. You don't even have to look at the 10,000 lines of code anymore. You have to just look at these 5 lines of code. And this concept of nicknaming values is called as variables. This concept of nicknaming values is called as variables, guys. Are you guys able to understand what is variable? Please do let me know. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? that what is variables? It is just like a nickname. That's it. It's just like a nickname, guys. Okay. Now you can think of variables. So creating a variable in Python. Okay, let us try to understand how to create a variable in Python, guys. It is as simple as naming a variable. For example, I want to name my variable as month month. Okay, that is my variable name, and the value that it contains is 12. For example, rent is equals to 15,000. Okay, so the value that is contained inside of the nickname rent is 15,000 itself. You can think about it as a box. You can think about it as a box. It's called as month month. There's a value of 12 inside of it. There is a value of 12 inside of it. As simple as that, guys. As simple as that. Now, whenever you are naming something, there needs to be some rules and regulations in place. How to name this particular thing itself. Okay, that is also something that we need to understand, right, guys? Please let me know. How to name something, that is also something that we need to understand. Okay, so let's assume your variable name is rent. Okay, rent, rent. So there are some rules and regulations for naming a variable as well. Okay, so what happens is we will divide the entire name into two parts. Okay, we are going to divide the entire name into two parts, guys. Okay, the first particular part is r, and the second particular part is the rest of the variable name. Okay, there are two parts to this particular variable name, guys. The first part is the first letter of the variable name. Okay, first letter of the variable name, and the second particular part is the rest of the variable name itself. Okay, the second particular part is the rest of the variable name itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? See, I'm dividing the any variable name with into two parts. I'm dividing any variable name into two parts, guys. First letter of the variable name, and then you are having the rest of the variable name itself. Now, there are some rules and regulations that you need to follow. The first letter of a variable name, okay, the first letter of a variable name can be small a to z. Okay, it can be capital A to Z. It can be an underscore. Okay, it can be an underscore. That's it. Okay, what is an underscore? If you guys don't know, okay, I'll just write it down right over here. For example, SHAURYA underscore SINH Sinha. This is an underscore, guys. Okay, this one I will just put everything into black. Put this into red. The red underline is called as an underscore, guys. Okay, the red underline that you are able to see right over here is an underscore. So yeah, the first letter of a variable name can be small a to z, capital A to z, or an underscore. Nothing else. Anything that you are able to see on your keyboard except these three things, it cannot be anything else. No numbers, no special characters, no nothing. Only small a to z, capital A to z, or an underscore. That's it. Okay. Now let us come to the second part of the variable, guys. Second part of the variable, that is your rest of the variable name itself. That can be small a to z. Okay, that can be small a to z. It can be capital A to z. Okay, it can be an underscore as well, or 0 to 9. Okay, or 0 to 9, guys. Okay, the second part of the variable name can contain numbers. It can contain numbers. The first letter cannot be a number. Okay, you cannot have something like 007. Okay, you cannot have 007 JB. Okay, 007 James Bond as a variable name. That is not possible because it is starting with a number itself. It is starting with a number. So it is not possible to have 007 James Bond. But it is possible to have James Bond 007. Okay, this is a valid variable name. The first one is an invalid variable name, guys. Okay, your first letter cannot be a number. The rest of the variable can contain numbers, guys. Can contain numbers. Anywhere inside of your variable, you cannot have any kind of special characters. No exclamation mark, no at a rate, no hash. Okay. Okay, no hash, no dollar sign, no percentage sign, no ampersand, nothing. Okay, nothing. Nowhere in the entire variable name can you have any kind of special characters. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. No special characters, guys. Okay. Next particular thing is you cannot use reserved keywords as variable names. Okay. You cannot use reserved keywords as variable names. Now, what do I mean by reserved keywords? Okay. For example, print. Okay. Print is a particular word in Python that already has some special meaning to Python. Okay, print is a particular word in Python that already has some special meaning to Python, guys. Print already means something to Python. Okay, so that is called as a keyword. Okay, print is called as a keyword because it already has some special meaning to Python. That is called as keywords. Okay, so you cannot use a keyword as a variable name, guys, because it already means something to Python. It already means something to Python, guys. So we cannot use these type of words. Now you will be asking, sir, do we need to know all the keywords that are present in Python? No, not at all. Okay, don't be fools. This is not something which you can memorize and then like that's it. This is programming. You need to understand as much as possible, guys. Okay, as much as possible. Sometimes there is a requirement of memorization, not here. So what? How do you know all the keywords? By practicing in Python. The more that you code, the more number of variables, more number of keywords you will be able to know about. Okay, it's not a list of keywords that you need to memorize. It is how much that you practice. The more that you practice, the more number of reserved keywords you are able to know about. Okay, so similar to that, one more thing that you can use is that most of the keywords by Python are already highlighted for you. If you write those keywords, it will be highlighted for you itself in some other color. That is also something wherein you can identify whether you are using a particular keyword or not. As simple as that, guys. As simple as that. Right over here, we have created a variable. So one more rule that you need to know about. Okay, one more rule. Python is a case-sensitive language, guys. Okay. Again, a very shitty question, Guna. I've already answered that. You don't need to know about the number of keywords in Python. Practice as much as possible to know what are the keywords in Python. Okay. Okay, great. So let us understand this right over here. Okay, like I said, one more rule of naming a variable in Python. Python is a case-sensitive language. What do I mean by that? Basically, it will treat small s and capital S as two different things. Okay, these are not the same thing. These are two separate things. A small s and a capital S will be treated as two separate things, guys. That is what it means by case sensitive. It is sensitive to the lower case and upper cases. Okay, so if you are writing right over here, for example, str, capital S, capital T, capital R, capital S, small t, capital R, capital S, small t, small r, you are having small s, capital T, small r, all these will be treated as different variable names. All these will be like treated as different variable name, guys. Okay, because Python is a case sensitive language. For it, small s, small t and small r are different from capital S, capital T and capital R. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. These are the rules of naming a variable in Python, guys. These are the rules of naming a variable in Python. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great, guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So let us move on from right over here. This is where we have created a variable called as month. Okay, here I have created a variable called as month, guys. Creating a variable is extremely simple. You write the name of the variable, month is equals to 12. Okay, that is the value that month contains. And then instead of writing 12 every single where, I can just use month. Month is the nickname that I've given to the value 12. So whenever I'm using month, okay, whenever I'm using the term month itself, it will always refer back to the value that is 12, guys. If I'm running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that I'm getting 12 on my screen. That is the value that is contained inside of the term month. Okay, the value that is contained inside of the term month, guys. Are you guys able to understand this point? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this particular point? Please let me know. Great, guys. Amazing. You guys are so smart. Okay, that's great, guys. Okay, so let us do one thing. Okay, let us do one thing. Let's try to understand something as well. Please, guys, I will be asking you guys a question. Please be a little bit interactive and try to answer this question according to what you think should be the answer. Okay, do not copy anybody else. Okay, there can be different answers as well. So please try to understand this and tell me the answer according to yourself. Okay, so let us do that. Okay, let us do that. And let us put up, let's see, a is equals to 3, b is equals to a. Okay, a is equals to a plus 3. Okay, I want the answer of what is the value of a comma b. Okay, just like this. If you think that the answer of a comma b is 10 comma 12, put 10 comma 12 in the live chat, guys. Okay, put 10 comma 12 in the live chat. What is the answer to this particular question, guys? What is a comma b? What is a comma b, guys? Please let me know according to yourself. Let us take up some of the examples right over here. We are getting 6 comma 3, we are getting 3 comma 6. Okay, we are getting 6 comma 6 itself, we are getting 3 comma 3 as well. Okay, any other random answers that is there? Okay, okay, okay. So most of you guys are writing the right answer, that is 6 comma 3. Some of you guys are still writing the wrong answer, that is 3 comma 3 itself. Let's try to understand what is happening right over here. Okay, let us try to understand that. Okay, how does Python basically work with sentences like this? The first, what, just like I said, imagine as if it's a box. Okay, first you're creating a box called as A. Okay, creating a box called as A. There is a value of 3 inside of it. Okay, it has a value of 3 inside of it. The next particular sentence, now please remember, when variables are on the left hand side, okay, when variables are on the left hand side, they refer to the box that is there. Okay, when the variables on the left hand side, it refers to the box that is there. Whereas if the variables are on the right hand side, okay, if the variables are on the right hand side, it refers to the value that it contains. Okay, it refers to the value that it contains, guys. So the first particular statement is referring to a box called as A that contains a value of 3. The second particular statement is referring to a box called as B, because B is on the left hand side. So it is talking about the box called as B, and the value that it contains, the value inside of A, that is 3, guys. Okay, that is 3. So whatever value is present inside of A, that will be taken out. Okay, you'll be creating a clone of that particular value, and this clone is what you're going to put inside of B, guys. This new value 3 is what you're going to put up inside of B. So the value inside of A is still 3. That's a separate 3. The value inside of B is a separate value, that is 3, guys. Now when you're writing the next particular line of code, again, A is referring to the box. Okay, A is referring to the box. The box of A is equals to value contained inside of box A, that is 3, plus 3, that is your 6. And 6 is the new value that is put up inside of the box A, guys. New value that is put up inside of the box A. Are you guys able to understand this entire process? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this entire process, guys? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this entire process? Please do let me know. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So this is normal thing. If you're writing A is equals to A plus 3 right over here, you will be able to see that B is coming out to be 3 and A is coming out to be 6, guys. A is coming out to be 6. Okay, so we were absolutely correct. Okay, we were absolutely correct, guys. Very simple, very easy. Nothing to worry about. Okay, now what happens if you have not declared a variable? Right over here, we don't know what X is. Okay, we haven't written something like X is equals to something. We just written print X. So same Python is also in a dilemma. It does not know what X means. You have not said to it that what is X. You have to write X is equals to something. You have not done that. You have not declared the variable. So right over here, when you're not declared the variable and you try to use the variable itself, it will give you an error. Okay, it will give you an error. Name X is not defined. Okay, it is saying that okay, X, I don't know what is X. Okay, what is X? You have not told me anything about X itself. Okay, again, guys, for those guys who are asking for attendance, the classes will be between 60 to 90 minutes long. Okay, so today is the first class. So I will be teaching a little bit less. We have wasted a few minutes of the starting, introducing ourselves and talking about everything. And in the last few minutes, I have to talk about the attendance as well. So please focus upon the study. If you are not interested in studying, you can leave the class right now. Because every single day with the attendance, I might ask 1 or 2 questions as well that you have to answer. And if you're not paying attention in the class, you will not be able to answer any of the questions. That is my guarantee. Because these questions will be whatever I have taught in the class. Okay, for example, the example that I used in today's class for understanding variables. What was that example? What was it? The Titanic data set that I used? What was it? The example of a programmer who shifted to Bangalore? What was the question related to Chinese food? Okay, or was the question related to Shaurya's personal life? Okay, I'll ask these type of questions in the attendance on some random day itself. And if you're not able to write the answer of that particular question, your attendance is lost for that day. You're not going to get the certificates. Why? Because certificates need to be given only to those students who are here to study, who are here to learn. If you're not here to learn, you just want free certificates, that is not something that we are going to provide to you guys. We are only going to give free certificates to those students who are here to learn, who are interested to increase their knowledge, and who are not messing up with my class. Okay, so if you are here to learn, you're most welcome. I will help you out with everything that I have. If you're not here to learn, you can move on, man. There are thousands of places on the YouTube where you can go and do whatever you want to do right over there. Okay, just don't come to this particular class. You come to this particular class, learn, guys. Okay, being taught every single day for 90 minutes for 7 days throughout the entire year itself. We never stop our boot camps. After this boot camp, I have another boot camp on backend web development using JavaScript, Node.js, Express. After that, I have another boot camp that is scheduled making the Tinder clone using HTML, CSS. So every single day of the month of the entire year, I have boot camps that are there. If you guys are here to learn, you're most welcome. I'll help you with everything that is there. Okay. But those who are there for certificates, I will make sure you're not getting the certificates. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Okay, let's continue from right over there. Satyam Bhosle, it will take you, if you know everything about AI, then also it will take you more than 20, 30 years to actually collect that data to work upon. Because you're a single person, maybe 30, 40 years at the least. Okay. So let's continue from right over there, guys. One more thing that I want you guys to learn about is multiple assignment operator. Okay. So multiple assignment operator is a very important thing, guys. Okay. Just kidding. It is not at all important. I just wanted to show off one of the features of Python. Why Python is so famous. But why is it famous is it. So for example, when you are writing a particular piece of code in any other language, it is a lot of lines of code that you have to write. Python is famous for making code shorter. Okay, you don't have to write long and long period, like long and long lines of code. Okay, 30, 40 lines of code. Okay, Python does that in a very short manner itself. Let us look at this right now. Okay, so right over here, we have a small piece of code. Height is equals to 3, length is equals to 6, width is equals to 2, and we are calculating the volume as height into length into width. And we are then printing it out. As simple as that. Okay, we are printing it out, and as simple as that, you are able to see it on our screen as well. 36 is the answer. Getting 36 as the answer itself. In any other programming language, you will be writing the code like this. Okay, you're writing 5 lines of code right over here to get your work done. But then you are realizing one thing. Oh shit, what can I do for this? Okay, this is Python. Python helps to make our lives easy. Okay, and there is something that exists in your entire thing. Okay, that is called as Python, called as multiple assignment operator. Very big name. And what is the multiple assignment operator? Basically, it's an equal to symbol. That's it. That's it. So what it does it instead of writing 3 lines of code right over here, instead of writing height is equal to 3, length is equal to 6, width is equal to 2, what you can do is you can just write HEIGST height, comma LENGTH length, comma WIDTH width is equals to 3 comma 6 comma 2. Okay, you can remove all these 3 lines of code and you have converted into a single line of code itself. A single line of code without any work itself. The same thing. Okay, right over here, what is happening is 3. The value 3 is getting assigned to height. Okay, value 6 is being assigned to length, and value 2 is getting assigned to width. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Guys, able to understand? We have shifted all the 3 lines of code. Even there were 20 lines of code like that. Okay, 20 different variables that had their declarations right over here. You could have shifted it to a single line of code itself. A single line of code. And this is what is called as multiple assignment operator. This is what is called as multiple assignment operator, guys. As simple as that. There's nothing else to it. It is so simple. Python tries to make your life as simple as possible, and when you are running this particular line of code, you're getting the same output, that is 36 on your screen, guys. That is one of the major reasons why we use Python, because it is easy to understand, easy to code, and very less lines of code as well. We nobody wants to write like 50-60 lines of code. Can we do it in 5-10? We can do it. Let's use Python. That is the one of the best reasons for using Python, guys. Easy to learn, easy to use, easy to handle as well. No big problems out there. Okay, so similar to that, there are some other things that I want you guys to know. So we have learned about the variable naming conventions, variable naming rules. Okay, we learned about the rules that were there, right? There is another thing that is there. Except rules, there's something called as conventions in life. Okay, there's something called as conventions in life, guys. So, for example, the rule is if I kill somebody, I will go to jail. Okay, and I will most probably die. That is the rule, right? I cannot kill somebody as a human being. That is the basic rule of a human, that you should not kill somebody else. Okay, if I break a rule, okay, if I break a rule, then I'm going to be sent to jail. Okay, and I don't want to go to jail. Let's do one thing. Let us make sure that I'm not the one going to jail. Then who will be teaching you guys? So let's send the Naruto to the jail itself. So basically, Naruto, if he's not following this rule of killing somebody, then he will be sent to jail, right? So I'm going to place him into side of jail itself. He'll be sent to jail. Okay. So you don't want to go to jail. That is what happens when you are breaking a rule. Now there are something called as conventions in life. Okay. For example, you should not eat like an animal out of a plate directly. Okay, you should either use your hands or you should use a fork or a spoon to eat. Okay, you shouldn't like take up your plate itself and then lick the shit out of the plate itself to eat it. That is not how you should be eating your food from a plate. Okay, that is a convention. If you are not following the convention, guys, okay, if you are not following the convention, then most likely you're going to be called as an animal. You're not going to be called as a human being. But if you're still eating out of a plate directly with your mouth, you're not going to be sent to the jail as well. You're not going to be sent to the jail as well. You're not going to be punished for that. You're not going to get errors for that. But you are going to be called as a bad human being. You will be called as an animal itself. Are you guys able to understand the difference between a rule and a convention, guys? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand the difference between a rule and a convention, guys? Please do let me know. Shubhi, Sugan, you can just watch the D6. You will be able to understand it. To C++. Okay, so basically the same thing happens as a Python programmer as well. These were the rules that we learned about how to name a variable. Okay, if you're not following these rules, your code wouldn't work at all. You will get errors at all times. But what if you want to, there are some conventions as well that basically sets you apart from the rest of the Python programmers. If you're not following these conventions, you're not going to get any kind of errors or something. Okay, there's no errors that is going to be there. But any programmer will be calling you that you are a noob, you don't know how to program in Python. That is something that they will be saying. Why? Because these are the conventions. Every Python programmer will around the world will be following these type of conventions itself. And if you don't know these conventions, that means you're not a Python programmer. You're a noob. You have just started learning. You're not a pro. Okay, because again, you're a shitty Python programmer itself. That is what they will be thinking about. So just learning rules is not enough. We need to learn about some of the conventions that are there as well. Okay, so the first two conventions that I want you guys to understand today is that these are the two conventions as you're able to see on your screen. The first thing is try to keep the name of the variable descriptive but short. It needs to be short. It not be too long or something. It needs to tell exactly what that variable is for. Okay. It needs to be short, but it also needs to be descriptive enough so that it is able to tell us what that variable is for. Okay, that is how you should be naming your variables, guys. For example, when you're taking up inputs for the height of a tree, okay, you're creating a particular code and you want to take up the height of a tree as the input itself. So in that particular case, what are the variable names that you can have? Okay, what are the different variable names that you can have at any particular point of time? Let's assume that you can have something like, let's say, x or h. Okay, that can be your variable name, x or h. Now these are short. Okay, these variable names are short, guys, but it is not descriptive enough. I'm not able to see x or h and identify that this variable means the height of a tree. Okay, I'm not able to understand this, that it means the height. I'm taking up the height of something using x and h. I'm not able to understand what it is saying. It is short, but it is not at all descriptive. Okay, the second particular thing that you can do is you can write height, HEIGST underscore of underscore the underscore tree. I can keep a variable name like this as well. It is descriptive. I'm able to read this particular variable name and understand that, okay, this is the height of the tree itself. That is the variable name. But it is way too long. It is not at all short. So again, this is not the type of variable name that you should be using. Now, for example, if you were writing a code and in that particular code, it is only a tree that you are going to take out the height of. There is no other plants. There is no other thing in the entire code that you're taking a height of. Then you can use a variable name like height. Okay, because you know that in the entire code base, there's no other thing in the entire code that is you are taking up the height of something. Okay, that is not there. Okay, there's just this one thing that you're going to take up the height of, that is tree. So you directly use a variable name like height. But for example, if there are 50, 60 different type of things that you're going to take up the height of, okay, you're going to take up a height of a plant, you're going to take up the height of a tree, you're going to take up a height of a building as well, then the correct variable name would be height, HEIGHT underscore tree. That's it. As simple as that, guys. So it should be short but descriptive. You should be able to understand the meaning behind the variable itself. That is the first like convention that you need to follow. The second convention that you need to follow is that Python use a type of typing for naming variables that is called as your snake case. Okay, that is called as your snake case, guys. Okay, wherein all the alphabets are in lower letters. There should be no uppercase characters itself. And if there are words, for example, height and tree in the same variable name, it should be separated by underscores. Okay, that should be height underscore tree. Okay, that is how you should be writing the name. On everything should be under lower cases itself. It is called a snake. Okay, just like Python is a snake. So that is one of the inspirations on why we use snake case for writing variable names, because Python is itself a snake itself. Okay, so SNAKE is snake case. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Okay, please let me know. So the right way, Pythonic, this is called as the Pythonic way of naming a variable, guys. Okay, Pythonic way of naming a variable. My underscore height, my underscore lat, my underscore long. You cannot name a variable. You cannot name a variable as completely capital letters or my lat or something like that. You cannot do that. This is not the Pythonic way of naming the variables. It will still work. If I'm running this line of code, I'm not getting any kind of errors. It will still work absolutely fine. Okay, but the problem is this is not the correct way of naming a variable, guys. Okay, and that is what you need to understand. Conventions are also important to understand and follow, guys. Okay, good. So we'll be stopping right over here. We'll be continuing from here tomorrow itself. Okay, right now what I'll be doing is I'll be letting you guys know how to fill up your attendance. Okay, and how the attendance will be taken up, everything related to attendance, because I know many of you guys are like, attendance, no, attendance, give me the attendance. I'm like, okay, cool down, we'll get the attendance as well. Let's first learn a little bit. Okay, this is not an attendance class, this is a Python class that is going on. Okay, okay, let me just you know, so for those guys who haven't registered themselves for this boot camp, do not worry about it. Okay, if you have not registered for this boot camp, do not do not worry about it. So one of my friends basically wore a cowboy hat and just came into my room, and it didn't look good on him. So basically, you don't have to do anything. Okay, you can just fill out your attendance itself for today, and we'll consider that as your registration itself. Okay, we'll consider that as your registration itself. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so if you have not registered for this boot camp, okay, you don't have to worry. You just fill out the attendance for today. We'll consider that as your registration itself. Okay, okay. So everybody is like okay. So guys, again, before starting this, some few pointers that you guys need to understand. Otherwise, see, whatever I'm going to say right now, it is related to your certificates. So please understand this very clearly itself. Okay, first thing, every single day I'm going to take up 2 to 3 attendances. Okay, every single day in the middle of the class, I'll be taking up 2 to 3 attendances in total. If you're missing out on either one of the attendance as well in the next 7 days, even one of the attendance, if you are missing it out, you will not get the certificates. Okay, you will not get the certificates, guys. I'm being very clear with this. Do not forget about it. Do not tell me at a later point of time that I have not told you guys about it. Every day I'll be taking up 2 to 3 attendance in the middle of the class itself, not at the end. So if you're not present live in the class, you're not going to get the certificates as well. That's the first thing that is there. You have to be attentive in the class as well. On any of the days, I can put up a question on what I've taught in the class today. If you're not able to fill that question up properly, you will not get the certificate as well. Your attendance will be cancelled right over there. Okay, so you have to be attentive in the class, because the certificate has a lot of value. A certificate by Google, Microsoft, okay, has a lot of value, guys. But we are the only one who can prevent its value from going down. We start giving the certificates to everybody who is not even attending the classes, who is not even learning something from the classes itself. The value of the certificate goes down, and it will impact every single one of you. If you guys want to make sure that the value of the certificate is not down, you want to add it to your resume, you want it to affect your resume itself, that it want to increase the value of your resume, then please make sure that you only those students are getting the certificates who are actually learning here. Please do not tell anybody about attendance, what is the criteria for the attendance. Please do not say to anybody that the attendance has been taken up or not. Whenever somebody asks you about the attendance, tell them, I don't know what attendance is. I don't know what attendance is. Just tell them that. What is attendance? Is there any attendance right over here? No. Let them figure out on their own. Let them lose the certificates. It's better that they are losing the certificates. Your certificates value is going up. Be a little bit selfish, guys. Especially when it comes to placements, be a little bit selfish. Okay? That is the first point. Second point, every single day for 7 days, I'm going to take up 2 to 3 attendances. You have to fill it up using the same email ID. Do not use different email IDs to fill up your attendance. Your attendance won't be counted. We'll be checking your attendance on the basis of your email that you're using right over here. Please do not use any other email IDs. Okay, use the exact same email ID every single day to fill out your attendance. Otherwise, your attendance wouldn't be counted. Okay, please make sure of that. Secondly, for today's attendance, okay, I put up a particular like, where is it? I'll put it. There's a feedback right over here. I'm putting it up as required. Whatever you feel about the boot camp, okay, how the class was there. Is there any suggestions that you would like to keep? Any other boot camps that you want to see in the future? Any kind of feedback that you're having, please try to fill it up in today's feedback session itself. Okay, if it's possible, just it will take 1 or 2 minutes to feed in the feedback. It will be very helpful for me so that I'm able to improve myself in the future as well for you guys. Okay, so yeah. Sham Patel. I think this is all for views, watch time, and subscribers at the end. I think no one will get certificates. They're only here to steal our personal data. Now, Sham Patel has very poor English. Stole our personal data. No issues in that, Sham, who thinks that he stole your personal data itself. Okay. So you can open up LinkedIn for those who wants to get some idea itself. You can just open up LinkedIn. All the students that we have trained in our previous boot camps up till this particular point of time have been given out the certificates, and they post the certificates on LinkedIn. As you're able to see, this is a particular student who got the backend web development certificates. So Siddharth Shaw, that was the backend web development bootcamp that we had. Let us see this. This is from, I think so, Nigeria. Okay, no, yeah, this particular person is from Nigeria itself. He has also got the certificates for our Python and Seaborn data visualization bootcamp. Let us check something else. Okay, let us go a little bit down. Maybe some of the recent ones might be there. So let us scroll a little bit. Okay, I forgot his name as well, that person. Okay, let us scroll a little bit down. Okay, let us check this particular person. He has posted the certificates for which particular bootcamp? Suam Malik, 1 week ago. Okay, he has got the certificates for HTML and CSS bootcamp. Why has he not posted the certificate for DevTown? Okay, no issues in that. So no issues. Okay, if you feel that, that is your personal choice. It is my job to make sure that only those people who are actually learning something here are given the certificates. Okay. So Anupam Shivastava has got the certificates, so that's great. Okay, so that has been done right over here. Like I said, guys, if you are attending the session live, if you are filling up your attendance properly, only then you are going to get the certificates. From tomorrow onwards, 3 to 2 attendances in the middle of the class. Any one of the attendance, if you are skipping it out, you will not get the certificates. As simple as that. Okay, okay, guys. So while I am sharing this particular link with you guys as well, if you guys don't mind, okay, many of you guys, almost 50-60% of you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. Please do subscribe to the channel, guys, because how these certificates basically work is that every single month we have to send an entire report to Google and Microsoft, showing them that what is the feedback of the students. Okay, are the students liking the boot camps or not? Are they joining the community or not? Are they finding it useful or not? So it's just a small request from you guys. If you like today's class, okay, If you like today's class, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay. If you like today's class, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It will take less than a minute. Okay, less than a minute to do that. There are almost 1,956 people live with us. Can we expect at least 1,500, 1,600 likes and subscribes, guys, before sharing the attendance form? Please let me know. Can we do that, guys? If you guys like today's class, if you don't like today's class, it's not. I will try to improve myself. I promise you that. Okay. But if you guys like today's class, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel itself. Okay. Along with that, what we are going to do. So today, you guys will be having 1 hour. Once I've shared the attendance link, you will be having 1 hour to fill out your attendance. Okay. You'll be having 1 hour to fill out your attendance. From tomorrow onwards, you will just be having 7 minutes for every single attendance to be filled up. Just 7 minutes, guys. Not even a second more. Can you guys let me know from tomorrow onwards how many minutes you will be having to fill out your attendance? You guys let me know from tomorrow onwards how many minutes you will be having to fill out your attendance, guys. Can you guys write it down in the live chat so that I'm able to understand that you guys know. Okay, you'll just be having 7 minutes to fill out your attendance, and that attendance will be taken in the middle of the class itself. So if not live in the class, you're not going to get the attendance link as well. You're not even going to get the attendance link. You are just going to get 7 minutes to fill out your attendance. Otherwise, you're not even going to get the attendance link. So please be live in the class. The classes will be from 7:30 onwards every single day. 7:30 onwards every single day, guys. So right now I'm putting up the attendance link in the live chat, guys. I'm pinning up the attendance link as well. Let me just pin up the attendance link for you guys so that you guys are able to see the attendance link. Today you are having some 1 hour to fill out your attendance. Fill it out peacefully. Tomorrow you will be getting only 7 minutes. Okay. I need to make sure that everybody is able to understand all these things. Otherwise, at a later point of time, you guys will be saying, "Sir, the certificate to name mila." Then I have to just make sure to make you guys understand at that point of time. So I'm trying to make sure that every single person is able to understand what you are saying right now. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm taking things slow. I'm making sure that you guys are able to understand everything. I have provided you guys with the Google form. Okay, you will only be getting 7 minutes from tomorrow itself. The notes link is right now down in the description of the video. You will be able to find it from right over there. I hope that you guys are having a good time ahead with the boot camp. You guys are able to learn as much as possible. Javed Khan, there will be no issues if you are submitting it twice. The program will just check it twice. One of it is also successful. We'll just take that into submission. You don't have to worry about it. Javed Khan, you don't have to worry about it. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to get just 7 minutes to fill out your attendance in the middle of the class, not at the end of the class. So make sure that you are live in the class from tomorrow onwards. Classes will be from 7:30 only. Okay, started will be from 7:30 only, guys. Okay, please use the exact same email for all the days of attendance. Okay, all the days of attendance. It is 7 minutes only, Bhavya Chaudhary, not 10 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay, so meet tomorrow at 7:30, guys. I'm highly excited to work with you and learn with you as well. Something new I will also be learning. So let's continue from right over there, guys, from tomorrow, and we will have an awesome time moving ahead, guys. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, guys. Let's have a bye. The class is over. Let's have a bye, guys, everybody. And we'll meet tomorrow, guys. We'll make sure that we have a lot of fun over the next 7 days and we are able to learn as much as possible itself. Okay, for those guys who want to find where is the recording of this particular class, just go to our channel. Okay, just go on YouTube. Just go to our channel, guys. Okay, this is our channel right over here. Inside of the channel, just select the live section. Okay, you are having home, video, shorts, and live. Just select the live session itself. You will be able to find the recordings for all our live sessions, including this particular class. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Have an awesome time. Let's meet at 7:30 tomorrow, and we'll continue from right over there, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, bye, guys. Bye.